juxtaposition between Ellen and my story. That's the best I could come up with. But I am not a fan of board games. Besides Scrabble and the occasional round of drunken hungry hippos, I find them more nerve-wracking than a trip to the El Cajon Planned Parenthood. But Cranium is the worst. I don't know whose bright idea was to make a game based on yelling and touching each other. But I'm sure there's a cold spot in hell reserved for him and his gladoodling ass. It's not to say that I'm not good at it, because I can sense a sketch like a motherfucker. It's just that my social anxieties and hatred of forced fun can't abide the situations that go along with Cranium. Or at least that's what I thought, until I met Brad. 3 years ago, I'm hiding behind a computer screen by day, writing snarky music reviews while trying to get a DJ gig off the ground by night. Me and my friend Ryan call ourselves DJ Tanner, a clever reference to the character on Full House. And one that I love until I realized that nearly every city has their own DJ Tanner. Still, we keep it to compete with the other 80s theme record spinning novelty act in town, Ted Danson. They own the east side and we own the west. Imagine a douchier version of West Side Story where Dayglow and Justice remixes replace the Sharks and the Jets. During this time, I'm cultivating a friendship with Brad, with whom I had worked with during the previous winter, and unbeknownst to me, is a well-known coke dealer in Salt Lake City. The signs are there, but I am too naive to recognize them. For instance, he can have 3-word phone conversations. Word? Late. I'd be 5 bills richer. I even think his catchphrase, "There's always snow in Utah," is a reference to the tubing hill we both worked at. Brad is also a veteran who has been other than honorably discharged from Iraq for reasons that are still unclear to me. The one time I ask him about it, he simply says that he got freaked out by shooting people. His general affability has dark undertones. Connections with others are difficult for him. Perfect qualities for a drug dealer. Since we bond before I know he sells coke, our friendship feels genuine. Brad becomes one of the first regulars at DJ Tanner, even on a Tuesday night. Playing music for just us and the bartender, you can count on Brad showing up, drinking one Red Bull vodka after another. But word spreads of DJ Tanner's prowess. We begin to score the coveted Friday night spots at the Ultra Hit W Lounge. As the party grows, Brad is there more than willing to supply. I panic the first time he offers me a line. I don't want to think I'm a product of dare, but on my illegal scale, doing coke lands just under leading a bungled heist to my parents' jewelry store, well, after having gross sex with Marissa Tomei. I can't eat 15-year-old who's decided they want to lose their virginity. I tell him, I think I want to. Cool, he says. Next DJ Tanner. I spent the next week preparing for my lovely date with the gutter litter. Thanks for the sign, Wiki. I'll watch every Coke movie I can get my hands on, which make Coke look really fun and reassuring if you just watch the first halves of them. Lacking an appropriate Coke-doing outfit, I go out and buy the most obnoxious pair of white skinny jeans I can find and heavily advertise the upcoming DJ Tanner as White Denim Night. Subtlety is not a quality I possess with prospects of drugs coming my way. I download Grandmaster Flash's White Lines, the least effective anti-drug song in history, and listen to it on repeat while squeezing into my skinny jeans. The fact that I can even button them is... well, something like going on, baby. It was supposed to play, but... there we go. White Phantom Night is a success. The club is packed, even the owner of the bar is drunk and dancing. And through the pulsating dancers, I see an olive green casserole hat sneak through the crowd. I know it is Brad. Hey man, awesome pants, he says. Wanna do a line? It is the best pickup line I've ever heard. I throw on an extended Daft Punk remix and follow him into the bathroom. You mean we're gonna do it in here? I ask. He takes out a little bag and taps the line out, right on the lid of the toilet. He starts to show me what to do, but I can't hear the words he is saying. They fade away through the overbearing bass that pushes on the door. It is one of those weightless talking heads once-in-a-lifetime moments. And you may find yourself doing coke off a toilet, and you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Time catches up. I snatch the straw out of his hand and rail that dirty bathroom line like the Transcontinental. I don't even ask if it looks cool. Brad pats me on the back, does a line of his own, and we head back into the club. You know, I don't feel high when I leave that bathroom, besides the burning chemical sensation in my nose. And that's what I tell Ryan when I get back to the DJ booth. Yeah, I just did a line of coke and I don't feel very high, but what's the song you're playing? Oh, the Junior Bros, I love this song. Have you heard that new remix of this? I don't know who does it, but oh my god, the lyrics don't go on, shit, I'm fucking high! And of course, the next song I play is White Line.
Down, having fun, baby.
It's 2 a.m. The club is closing up and there are two things on my mind. Where the after party at, and give me the coke. In all the movies I watch, there's always an after party where the real party gets started. I asked Brad about a potential shindig and he says, well, me and a couple peeps are going back to my apartment to chill. You can come if you want. Which, to my drug-addled brain, sounds like he puts on Iggy Pop's Lust for Life and asks me why I want to live forever so bad anyway. So, after party, hells yeah. Brad's apartment is part of a newly built subsidized housing project, even though he probably makes more money than I ever will. Where I had imagined bust of himself and gold-plated telephones, his living room consists of a futon, a beanbag chair, and a television. It smells of fresh paint and chemicals. In this quiet space, I also become aware of the dry mouth lip smacking habit that I have acquired with the drugs. After some small talk, I finally say, should we do some lines? I have already become a fiend. In the meantime, Brad's girlfriend, an excitable art school type, shows up with a cranium box. Have you played this? No, I've not played it, but I heard it was fun. Yeah, it is. Then let's play it. We open it up and begin snorting right off wordworm. I get caught up in the energy. We throw data head cards aside in favor of star performers. Anything to keep our hands, our arms, our fingers moving. Oh my god, this is so fun. How come I never played anything so fun before? We are in the middle of a rousing copycat sesh. There's a knock at the door. Everybody ceases. Everybody be cool, says Brad, as a cold intensity takes over, a mark of his trade, or whatever he saw in Iraq. He pushes the powdered game board under the futon and goes to the door. I have to consciously force my teeth from grinding. He cracks open the door. I hear him talk to whoever is there, and after a few minutes, opens it wide. It's not the cops, not a complaining neighbor, just two drunk kids looking to score. And Brad, always the gentleman dealer, invites them in while he gets their purchase ready. Cranium, one of the kids says. I love that game. It's my first time playing it, I say as slowing my words and trying to be cool. But the tension has not worn off. To remedy the sour awkwardness, Brad suggests they sample the product. Yeah, I say, let's all do some drugs. We all sit cross-legged on the floor, bring Cranium back out, and the strangers do their lines. By then, I'm looking like every bad anti-drug stereotype. Sweaty, bloodshot, shifty eyes, and incomprehensive blabbering. Somewhere, my little dare angel is getting the shit kicked out of him. Just one more line, I say. I bend forward, and that's when my pants rip. A massive hole in the crotch. But ripped is an understatement. They simply die. The sigh that escapes the crotch of my beautiful white denim jeans. That sigh is the same as learning your sober friend of 10 years has fallen off the wagon. No anger, just disappointment. A solemn I never do that last line. I decided to follow my pants advice and call it a night. I have seen what happens when you stay around during the second half of the Coke movies. I have been cool for an entire night, but there are still a couple of hours before morning. I just want to make it home before the party devolves into snuff films and sinister HJs. When I get home, I remember politely waking my girlfriend and saying, "No, you won't believe the ridiculous follies I experienced during the evening. Oh yes, I seem to have ripped my trousers. How silly of me." But my girlfriend says I just kicked in the door and simply declared, hey, I did drugs. Before passing out. So we both decide that ripping the white denim is the best euphemism for doing coke ever.